It's been 202 days since Joe Biden became the US president. 202 days. In this time, he has held summits, he has traveled to Europe, he has played golf, he has test-driven electric pickup trucks. But he just can't make time for one errand: to call the Prime Minister of Pakistan. That's right, 6 months and still no call from the White House. I have to say, this is a very Imran Khan problem to have. Because Biden calls everyone. He even met his biggest rival, Vladimir Putin. But Imran Khan finds himself on Biden's block list. Is this a coincidence or a planned snub? Let me tell you this, there is nothing called coincidence in diplomacy. Imran Khan's phone is not ringing because Joe Biden doesn't want to talk. He's taking the measure of Pakistan and he doesn't like what he's seeing. First, some historical context. Joe Biden has served on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. He then served as the US Vice President, and both times he had a front row seat to Pakistan's deceit. Do you remember this picture from the Osama bin Laden raid? That's Joe Biden on the far left. He was watching live as US Marines found and killed Osama bin Laden on Pakistani soil. And that was a turning point in Washington. America realized yet again that Pakistan cannot be trusted. Joe Biden is continuing that policy. He has ordered an internal review of US-Pakistan relations. And until that report is out, Imran Khan may not get the call. It's an outright snub. One that has hurt Pakistan's pride, or whatever was left of it. Their national security advisor is out complaining. And this is what he said: if a phone call is a concession, if a security relationship is a concession, Pakistan has options. Well, he sounds more like a wounded teenager, betrayed and ignored by the popular kids. But instead of complaining, Pakistan would do well to introspect, think about why America is ignoring them. Well, here's one reason. The US and Pakistan have nothing in common. Their relationship is purely transactional. Right now, Joe Biden wants Pakistan's help in Afghanistan. He put them on the Afghan security quad. What did Islamabad give in return? Theories of Taliban 2.0. Pakistani officials publicly defending the Taliban's atrocities. That was strike one. Strike two is Pakistan's iron brother, who also happens to be America's biggest rival at the moment, China. Pakistan says it is more than a military checkpost, that it can trade and combat climate change. But the US is not buying it. What they see is a Chinese colony, Chinese bridges, Chinese highways, and Chinese debt. So Pakistan's pitch for a broader relationship with the Americans is not going to work. And we've already seen evidence of this. Earlier this year, Joe Biden hosted a climate summit. 40 world leaders attended, 40, including Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping. Guess who wasn't invited? Imran Khan. Here's another example. US climate envoy John Kerry visited South Asia in April. He made stops in India and Bangladesh. Guess where he did not stop? Pakistan. You can't deny the trend. America looks at Pakistan through the security lens, and what do they see? A so-called partner that supports terrorists. Successive US administrations have made the mistake of trusting Pakistan. In 2004, George Bush declared Islamabad a major non-NATO ally. They needed Pakistan's help to beat the Taliban. What was the result? Pakistan kept Taliban terrorists alive. They provided them safe havens on their soil. Joe Biden is keen to not repeat that mistake. He wants to keep Pakistan at arm's length. The flip side is this: Biden is pushing Pakistan closer to China, which means one step closer to a debt trap. So Washington perhaps wouldn't mind that. You cannot double-cross an ally, protect and cheer their enemy, and then expect a Zoom call in the morning. That's not how diplomacy works. That's not how partnerships work. Of course, it is fate plus comical timing that Imran Khan is yet again front and center. His name lends seamlessly to such disasters. The Prime Minister is being trolled on Pakistani social media. They're pushing a new hashtag, Biden mujhe call karo. Basically means Biden call me. And leading the takedown rather, was political activist Reham Khan, who also happens to be Imran Khan's ex-wife. She posted this comic strip on Twitter along with the lyrics of a Bollywood song. Here's another one. This time, Imran Khan is atop a telephone line, desperately trying to connect with Biden. All of this sounds funny and trivial, but in the world of geopolitics, one phone call means a lot. It is the difference between an embrace and a snub, an ally and a rival. And for Pakistan, this snub has been years in the making. All the double games and betrayals have cost them the biggest asset in diplomacy: trust. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.